Sports, 100% reflective. Sometimes it's Raven. Sometimes it's other teams affected. Hold on tight, strap in. It's gonna get hectic. Couch Rider Report. An original sports perspective. This is the trap game. Sorry. This is the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours. This is your couch rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett. How y'all doing? Welcome back. I appreciate y'all coming back through. For those of y'all, if this is your first time here, hey, do me a favor. I need you. Got to build this algorithm. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm close. I just need you to help me get the rest of the way there. If you could hit that subscribe button, it's free. I'm not going to blow your inbox up. If you want to smack the notification bell, that's cool. I appreciate you. It'll let me know or let you know when it's going down and when I post my next post. Like I said, like with kids and stuff, who knows? It's going to be at least once or twice a week for sure. But I need you. I need the support. Anyway, now that we have passed the collection plate around, bills have been paid, let's get down to business. Yes, I said it's a trap game because this is one of those games against the Indianapolis Colts at home, at the Ravens home, at the bank, that it just don't feel right. It doesn't have that right feel about it. This is a game that should not have been a Monday night football game. This should have been a 1 o'clock game that nobody speaks about. It just happens, and we moved on to the Chargers. It's kind of what's supposed to happen. All the pundits are saying, hey, the Ravens are slated to win and put up over 30-some points. Everybody's saying this game ain't even going to be close. Oh, man, I hate when they say stuff like this because this is the perfect motivation that the Colts need right now to turn this into a full-on disaster for the Baltimore Ravens. In fact, I heard Darius Leonard is in the locker room right now, just giving his team the speech of his life. All right, y'all, gather around, man. We got to talk. We got to talk this out. So what? Our QB has 2 bad ankles. So what? We ain't got no T.Y. Hilton. We missing Quentin Nelson. We missing our right tackle. We missing Rock. So what? Our first one was against Miami. I know it was Miami. So what? We tied for the lead and drop passes. And we about to face off against the most annoying mobile quarterback in the game. And they got Justin over there with a chip on his shoulder. So what? Our QB can run. Hey man. You just said I got 2 bad ankles. I mean, he's still Carson Wentz, man. He's still Carson. He put up 22 in the fourth quarter against them last year. This dude can still ball. That Miami win, it was still a win. We balling, folks. We balling. It's one game. We stack one at a time. We got momentum now. It's the best game we put together all year. Let's put another one together against Baltimore. And guess what? Baltimore is road warriors. They road warriors, meaning they put more points up on the road than they do at home. So we need to take that and use it to our advantage. We need to walk in there, do our job, beat the brakes off of them, beat the black up off of them because that's what they wearing, and come out victorious. Come out and be champions. So what? Hey, y'all, let's get it. So what on 3? 1, 2, 3. So what? At least that's what I think is going to be happening in the locker room either sometime this afternoon, sometime this evening before the game starts. I think they have to hype themselves up because these games are played for a reason. Because if it was just the stats and the Vegas numbers, we'd be in the Super Bowl already watching Tampa Bay versus Kansas City on a repeat. But we know that's not happening because last night they got the brake speed off of them by Josh Allen, who apparently is going to be in the race for the MVP. This guy looked great. And Kansas City, yes, they have a problem officially with mobile quarterbacks. They cannot stop them. That defense is, I'm not talking about any person individually because, I know they got families and stuff, but the defense is trash. It is trash, folks. Let's move forward here. Let's talk about these keys to victory. Pressure on Carson Wentz is so key when it comes to tonight. You have to put the pressure on him. Make him run. Let Odafe Oweh chase this man down if he decides he wants to run on those 2 bad ankles. He's only had 2 turnovers on the season. That's 1 pick, 1 fumble. Let's make some more happen. Yeah, he almost came back on the Ravens last year. He scored 22 in the fourth quarter. Baltimore does not need any type of magic like that from Wentz. Before the season started, Indy had one of the best O-lines. At least that's what the PFS was saying, was they had the best O-line. But of course it's PFF. I call them PFC because sometimes it's just Pro Football Cap. But I still go look at there just to have something to make fun of because they just throw some crazy stats together. So they had the best O-line coming into the season. Now they had all of these injuries. Baltimore needs to go ahead and create that pressure and get in there. Next, you can't let the Colts build momentum. Yes, they beat Miami last week, and they put together a great performance on all three aspects of the field, but it was still Miami. Baltimore needs to make sure they ain't sleeping on this team and thinking they just going to get this easy W. Colts had to rise up to beat an NFL team. When you beat any NFL team, you got to work in order to get that W. Another thing that is very important here, very important. Harbaugh, come here. Forget the rushing record. Do what needs to be done. Have a balanced attack. Yes, the Colts allow 114 yards on the ground per game, but focus on a balanced attack. If Lamar needs to run it because the pocket is basically collapsed and nobody's open downfield, yes, go ahead and get it going. If they have designed runs where Lamar handles business, cool. They need to use Tyson Williams. Hopefully he is activated tonight because that guy is the one who has the biggest amount of yards per carry on the team other than Lamar. He can get it in. These other backs, I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of Le'Veon. I'm not a fan of Latavius. Yes, he is hard to tackle. Guys don't want to tackle him according to what Lamar was saying. But what's he getting per carry? This guy's getting about 3 yards a carry. That's not what Gus Edwards was getting. That's not what J.K. was getting. That's not what Tyson was getting. Put this guy back in the game. Put Tyson Williams back in the game. Let Baltimore ball. That's how you get that rushing record. But I ain't saying go forward. I'm saying win this game. And then in garbage time, you can do like what you did against the Broncos. Next is take advantage of special teams. We don't need to be the first team they score a touchdown on. And Baltimore actually leads the league in punt returns yardage. I think yards per return is like 19 yards for Devin Duvernay. Balling. Let's go. Another point is don't sleep on Mo Alley-Cox. Don't sleep on him. He's 6'5", 267-pounder. You cannot not notice this guy when he gets on the field. Jimmy Smith needs to be on the field the majority of the snaps to make sure he is covering Mo Alley-Cox. And that means he's probably going to be down there tackling a little bit more. Risk for injury is going to be there. It's going to be clear that we're going to need Jimmy on his best game and hopefully staying injury-free coming out of this game because Mo is physical. And I know we were thinking, hey, they're missing their right tackle. They're missing Braden Smith. However, their backup is 6'7", 317 pounds. That, I mean, of course, size ain't everything. We saw that on the first game of the season where Alejandro, I mean, as big as he is, he was getting worked over by Crosby. And now we got Baltimore facing off against a 6'7", 315-pound right tackle. Hopefully, Oweh and Bowser kind of line up on that same side and just tee off. Hopefully, Wink Martindale has a plan to make that guy's life a living heck. Take him to the brink, test him, and make sure that the Colts have that pressure put on their quarterback for sure. I see Oweh at least getting a sack tonight. Getting a nice pressure for a pick tonight would be nice too. The little cherry on the top. Let's go. But the biggest key to victory, of course, is, hey, we're excited about Rashad Bateman coming back. And the Colts are allowing a 68% completion rate for QBs to come into town, or actually that they're playing against. So let's go with the air attack. Let's get it going. They ain't got that many picks on the season. I think Baltimore needs to definitely go with the full-on air assault. Unlock Hollywood. Unleash him. Let him go absolute nuts. So what if he has a couple of drops? Just give him more attempts. Just keep feeding him until he gets comfortable. And then feed Rashad Bateman. Feed Sammy underneath. Get this air assault some reps. Let's get them going, folks. I want to see it. You know you want to see it too. The Colts are allowing 218 pass yards a game. That's on average. Let's go above that average. Let's kill them on the ground and the air and special teams. Bring home the W and party up in Charm City. But please, y'all, please don't sleep on Wentz. This guy had a 75% completion rate last week against the Dolphins. Yes, I know it was the Dolphins, but it was still a W. But Baltimore's got to put it together. They have to avoid turning this into the ultimate trap game. Make sure they come out with the W. And that way we can move on and talk about how the Ravens hopefully can put a stop to Justin Herbert and those Los Angeles Chargers. This is the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours. Thanks for tuning in to your couch rider Raven Jermaine Lockett. Hey, 2 claps, fade to black.